Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, listen, I took out a few cards and it immediately reminded me of a reading that I did on Friday the 13th, the second reading. And about that, also, I'm sorry because I know that there was once again an issue with the sound. And because I didn't plan on doing this second reading, apparently I didn't check it good enough. Otherwise, I would have done something regarding the sound, so I'm sorry about it. But even if you didn't see the reading, I don't think that there is some kind of that it will block you from understanding what's going on here. We have the spreading condition, the transmission. We have the creator, catalyst, maker. It is also written mother and father. And then we have love conquers all. In the reading that I did, just a few lines about it, it was you got in touch with someone, you had some kind of relationship with someone, and it was fated. It was fated for you to allow them to realize that they were in a very toxic environment. They were trusting people that they shouldn't have, right? So this was what the reading was truly about the fact that you as a divine being was there in order. We had the card of the cult, the cult group and all of those things, but it's truly the idea that somebody that they trusted, they shouldn't have trusted. It might have been a parent, we might have been talking about some kind of group or cult or something like that, but the intention was truly for you to, the fated reason of your meeting with this person was to help them release themselves, open their eyes about the fact that they were under some kind of very, very toxic influence, right? So, when I saw the transmission, the creator, and love conquers all, for me, it kind of reminded me of the fact, because at the end of the reading, the person is realizing that, in fact, they missed a beautiful opportunity with a divine being, an earth angel, because they were totally manipulated and trusting people that they shouldn't. So I kind of feel that it is a follow-up with the transmission, which is a number 7, and the creator, which is a number 9. We have 16. And 16, it is a tower. So it is a total destruction, which we also saw. We saw the tower in the reading. So I kind of feel here that this might be a follow-up. We also have here the love conquers all, enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. This is number 24. Those numbers might also mean something to you. 7, 9, 24, 6. The 24, it is a 6. It is the Lovers card. The Lovers, it is, even though most people think that it talks about the lovers, but in fact it talks about choices, making the choices from your higher self, right? So this is what I'm getting here. Somebody of influence, of impact. The word spreading here, spreading of conditions, it's very interesting because there might be here a dimension that I didn't consider. I talked about the fact that in this group there might be some kind of swinging or something like that, and even if we were talking about a family system, you know, there are some things that you can just, illnesses that you can pass just by kissing someone. I kind of feel that the transmission here, it is the transmission of viruses, which might be physical viruses or emotional viruses, right? And so you might have truly helped someone here become the generational cycle breaker. This is what I feel here. We have the catalyst here also in the middle. The 9. The 9, it is the ending of a cycle. So you might have been the catalyst here to take away the authority of someone. Look at the catalyst here. She's looking to the past. This is looking to the past, right? So I kind of feel that you might have helped someone see something in a different way. And the reason why, and this is also what I said in the last reading, you had to take distance. You had no other choice because it was very, very toxic. But I said that the way that you left, this is what truly brought the necessary awakening, because you showed what it is to be somebody respectful. You showed what it is to be a real leader, someone who is authentic, who is acting from their higher self. So I kind of feel that the love conquers all here. It is your love, your self-love, the way that you are treating people, the way that you are even leaving connections in respect. So yes, you might sometimes be dealing with people who don't like the fact that you are putting ending to relationships, or you are putting boundaries, or you are saying, I am done here. And they might not like it because people don't like to be rejected, even though it's not rejected, it's an alignment, right? And you might not play the game that most people are playing, the politically correct that is hypocritical, you know. So suddenly you are just ghosting, or I'm so busy, I have no time, you know, all those kind of bullshit excuses that at the end of the day might feel more comfortable, but when the person realizes, in fact, that you were just lying, it's so much more painful, right? Even though saying to someone, listen, I'm done here with the connection, might be painful, I kind of personally feel that it's less painful than to know that someone was talking to you or avoiding you at the same time, and you know, all this hypocrisy. I personally think that it's much worse. But anyway, so this is what came out. So we will get deeper into this, get a little bit more information. Let's see. I don't know. I am attracted here by your deck, but let's get into my treasure box and see what my treasure box is saying. What deck should I use? Okay, let's see. What lies beneath? What lies beneath? I think that it is one of those decks. 1 second, I will move the mic a little bit. Sorry if the camera is moving. Did I take the camera down? Because if it's the case, I don't want to do that. What lies beneath? What's the tea? Let's see. 1 second. What's the vibe? Which one is what lies beneath? Let me think. That's not it. What lies beneath? Okay. So, let's see. Let's take the 9 first cards. How am I using this deck in the upright position? Okay. Let's see. What should we know here about the situation? What should the collective be aware of? Let's see. Betrayal, getting played. On the betrayal is written, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Getting played, manipulation, lies, control. Yeah. Okay. I talked about it also. That I felt that one of the ways that the leader of the group one of the ways that they were keeping some kind of influence on the group was with those kind of things. I hate nothing about you. Okay. Anger management. Yeah, somebody here might be very, very angry now that they realize that they have been manipulated and that they have effed up a beautiful relationship because they were manipulated, they trusted the wrong people. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. Okay, let's take 3 more. 1, 2, et 3. Okay, so we have in their fields, and it's in the 7th position, which is the position of healing, of growth. Then we have fulfilling a fantasy. In the 8th position, what goes around comes around, karma. And then we have at the end, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Yes, it is a battlefield in those conditions when you are dealing here with someone, a whole group trying to manipulate you, right? And you trust them. So yeah, it is a battlefield. So obviously here, the main subject, it is that the person realizes that they have been betrayed, they have been... they got played. They might still be dealing here with some kind of addiction, right? Because let me just remind you that somebody has awakened not only to the fact that they have lost you, but also that a person that they trusted, and maybe even a whole group, was in fact manipulating them, trying to keep them low. And as said, we saw that there is some kind of addictive behavior in order to maintain people weak, right? So it's kind of feels obvious to me that this person might be dealing here with some kind of addictions. Yeah, it doesn't have to be pills, obviously, right? Yeah, this person realizes now that in fact they hate absolutely nothing about you, and more than that, they want to fight for the relationship. They want to fight to have you back. Okay, I just feel the need as a healer that I am to remind you that this can be flattering in some kind of way, right? But just understand that you are still dealing with someone who is totally unhealed, right? So they were under some kind of influence, and now they might understand that you are the better leader, the better authority, right? But this is not healing. This is not healing. This is just going from one weak place to another weak place, even though you don't want to exploit them because you are coming from a good place. It is still not somebody who is taking full control over their life, so they are not healed, right? Okay, we have the anger management here. It's in the 5th position. I feel here that, you know, the whole group or whoever was manipulating them, they were feeding them lies, obviously, and trying to create this anger in them, right? And the anger was not well directed, because the anger was towards you when in fact you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Okay, so what needs to happen is watching shit go down. Okay, with the fulfilling the fantasy here, I kind of think that we are talking about the person understanding now that they were a pawn in somebody's game, right? With the fulfilling the fantasy, the person, the narcissist, the cult leader, the parent, whoever we are talking about here, they were fulfilling their own fantasy. And so this person who somehow was kind of delusional about you, there is this mirror effect of they were fulfilling a fantasy with you in some kind of way that was totally manipulated by the main character, the leader, however we want to call it. And they were in fact using this person as a pawn in order to fulfill their own fantasy of power. So we will get deeper into that. Which tarot do I want to use? I kind of feel using... No. I will use this one. Okay, so let's see. Let's get a little bit more information about all of this. Why is this coming up now? I will put the cards like this. Okay, just a reminder, this is a group reading. It's a collective reading. So it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. You are already supposed to know what I'm talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, insights or confirmation about something that you are already aware of. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I'm not especially talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So please apply it however it applies to the roles in your life. And this can be past, present, or future. So, the in their fields here in the 7th position is great because in order to be able to heal, we need to be in our feelings. We need to accept our feelings, which means that it's also about feeling your anger. So I hope that this person is not just enjoying watching things go down for the person that, or the people that has manipulated them, and that they are putting all their anger there. I hope that they are truly dealing also with their anger, not just the regret of losing you. Yeah, this person needs to learn to listen to themselves, stop putting the responsibility and the decision of their life on somebody else. Stop trusting some people. Yeah, the word boundaries is coming to my mind again and again. Okay, so tell me more here. What should the collective be aware of? Yeah, somebody sees things from a very, very different perspective now. We have the hangman. And they understand, in fact, the lack of stability here, how somebody didn't want them to be happy. 4 of Wands in reverse. They didn't want to see this relationship go to the next level, the relationship with you. They wanted this instability. As said, when we have a group, the main bully, the main character that holds the group together, that is very often feared. Let's be honest. They need people to be weak. This is how it works. Let me see if you can see all the cards. Yes, you can. Okay, so the good news, it is the hangman in reverse, because somebody is seeing things from a very new perspective. And I kind of feel that this is also why we have the I hate nothing about you. I think that they never truly hated you, or they might have because they had some kind of external influence painting you in a certain light that was totally wrong. And we are talking here about someone who was very good at manipulating, right? So they knew what to say in order to push on this person's buttons. And I kind of feel here that the anger management here, it was also in order that the main person that was trying to have some kind of control over the situation, they knew how to push the buttons. And if we are talking about a parent, it is quite obvious because very often they are the ones who created the buttons. And I will tell you here that if you dealt right with a narcissist or something like that, I want to invite you to go to the soul review. There are dots between the and the soul review. It's the dot soul dot review dot. Because I put on Instagram, because I posted there a carousel. It's just part 1, but it is giving you clues on how a narcissist is testing you in order to know how to manipulate you. Because narcissistic people, they need people around them that they can manipulate. If they see that they cannot manipulate you, then they will just move on to another victim. And so I'm giving you a clear vision of what exactly they are testing. Because narcissists, they are not trying to know you. They are trying to know how to manipulate you, how manipulatable you are, right? So if you dealt with a narcissist and you are afraid to fall again, I invite you truly to go there and check the post. Check this post. I posted it truly not long time ago, right? So let's see. Tell me more here, please. The 8 of Wands and the Fool in reverse. Okay, so they have now a new perspective about this person that didn't want them to be stable. They wanted to block them and they wanted you to act, they wanted them to act in totally reckless ways, acting like a fool, keeping them in this energy of being reckless, pushing on the buttons, right? Making this person feel that they are mentally unstable, that they need somebody external in order to tell them what to do, while it is this person external to them that they were turning to that in fact was creating this mental prison, this heightened energy, those fears, all those kind of things. It's this person that was in fact manipulating them for them to be in, to doubt themselves, right? Okay. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, look. The High Priestess in reverse, right? This here, I kind of see the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant sometimes is also called the High Priest. So if you are wondering why when I see this High Priestess in reverse, it's not exactly the same thing, right? But there is some kind of someone who is someone that other people are going to have some kind of advice. It's seen as somebody of authority, someone who has some kind of knowledge. So it's a different knowledge, right? Because with the Hierophant, we are more with traditions and all those kind of things. And with the High Priestess, we are truly into intuition and the inner knowledge of the human being. So it's this is more about spirituality here. But in reverse, at the end of the day, it's both using whatever knowledge they have in order to manipulate people, right? It's not about doing good, it's about doing bad. Yeah, and this person, right? That was manipulating them, that had some kind of understanding of the human being. Just for us to be clear, we might think that narcissistic people are very intuitive, but it's not what they are. What they have, it is cognitive empathy, which is not truly empathy, right? Because empathy, it is feeling other people's feelings. This is not what it is, but they learn to understand the emotional state of someone. Understand, it is coming from the mind. It isn't coming from feeling other people's feelings, but it is in order to be able to manipulate people. They need to understand their emotional state, right? So here, this person wanted to hold on to our person and also the whole group, because I said I kind of feel that you were a threat to them, to this leader, because by your presence and by who you are, by you not submitting to their authority, by you not being impressed by them, you might reveal something to the group, to the family, about who this person truly is. Because you are not in this admiration, you might have shown to other people of the group how this person reacts, right? When they are not admired. You might have become the most important leader in the group, even though I kind of feel that you might not want to be the leader. But somehow you would have created some kind of imbalance. So here, the person was keeping secrets also. We are with the High Priestess in reverse. We are talking about illusions, delusions, secrets, all those kind of things here, in order to hold on to what they had. The Four of Pentacles, holding on, not letting go. There is here also an element of greediness. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, trying to take out an opportunity. This is what they did with this person. This person understands it now, right? That you were an opportunity, and this person didn't want your person. Once again, I will call it your person, just for us to be clear about who we are talking about, because there are here mainly two main characters and then a group. So I will say your person, don't take it as your person if it's not your person, but it's just for us to be clear in the narrative. Yeah, they wanted to block your person. They didn't want your person to see you as an opportunity. They wanted your person to see you as a loss, as not a loss like no, loss is not the right word, as somebody who would bring them down, as something negative that you would take from them, that you were a taker, that you were karmic, in fact, right? Yeah. I truly feel that at the end of the day, this leader, they were afraid that they would lose their impact, right? That they wouldn't be admired anymore, that people wouldn't turn to them for anything and everything, right? Because we see here the path leading there, you know? So right now, people are going towards this leader in order to get the advice, how to get to the opportunities that they want. You know, and maybe this leader is telling them, you know, I know this person and I know this person and I know this person. And so they think that they need this person in order to be able to get to where they want, right? To have some kind of abundance in their life. It's in reverse. So this is why they needed to block you. The Chariot in reverse. Confusing people about the direction to take. Let's see. I have the song in my mind that is in fact part of the post that I told you about, the carousel. It's, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like a flame, I'll rise up. Kind of feel that it's very adapted here to this person. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, we are talking here about the main character presenting themselves as a leader when they are totally corrupted, self-centered. The only thing that counts for them, it is their status, their power, their authority, right? And they never intended to allow people to have anything. The Three of Wands, we saw here the path, right? The path here is leading to nothing, because it's not supposed to lead anywhere. Because if it leads, then this figure of thirsty of power, status, and authority would lose those people. So they were not advising them for them to grow. They were advising them to keep them stuck. Tell me more here, please. Look. Look what we have. They were searching for people who are naive. This is what they wanted, right? They needed people to be naive. To be so innocent by themselves that they couldn't envision for a second that they were manipulated. We have the Hierophant here. Came out like this, right? They are awakening to the fact that the person that they trusted, that they listened to, their spiritual teacher, that it was a Hierophant in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse, Hierophant in reverse. Yeah. And this Hierophant in reverse was building on the fact that they could keep the people around them being very emotionally confused. The Page of Cups, feelings are new. They don't know how to handle their feelings, right? It's a page, it's a child. A child needs to be taught how to deal with their feelings, right? Here, this person, all that they were doing, every advice that they gave, as said, it was all in order for them to maintain their authority. It's the most corrupted leader that you can have. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, look. Did you see how the Nine of Cups turned? Yeah, keeping people emotionally dependent, keeping them insecure, not trusting themselves, not healing. We have the Tower in reverse. This is not allowing people to heal. Not allowing people to understand that this person was in fact destroying their foundation, right? They didn't want those people to see that. They didn't want people to heal. You know, the worst part here, it is that we might even be talking about somebody who is presenting themselves as some kind of spiritual teacher or somebody very... we might also be talking about someone who has a degree in psychology. You know? Spiritual teacher, psychology, all those kind of things. Something that gives them some kind of authority. That they are some kind of guru, right? It might also be, you know, priest, this might also be something like that, you know? Yeah. They didn't want people to be able to build themselves. The whole intention was to keep people down. Okay. Tell me something new that I didn't say already. Okay. So we have the other fool here. In this deck there are two fools, and when I saw this fool I said, I'm sad that this one came out. I forgot that there is another fool because I wanted to see the fool in the upright. Look that there is also the sign of the infinite here on the card. So people taking going towards a new beginning. I'm saying people, but here we are talking about your person, right? Because they see the truth. They gain clarity here, and gaining their clarity, see that we also have the path here leading to clarity. Kind of feel that this bird might represent you, that you have brought some kind of clarity here, right? And so they are taking the lead of their life. They understand now, right? Especially if you are not there, because what I feel, it is that we are talking about someone who is used to give authority to other people, right? They are a follower, they are not a leader, right? Even though it might also be that the leader have said to them that they will be the next leader, so that they do feel that they have this capacity of leading their own life, right? But I kind of feel, as said here, with the fighting for what you want and you love and all those things, I kind of feel here that if they would have the ability to go from the authority of one person to your authority, considering that they truly trust you, they know that you are somebody trustworthy, I kind of feel that they would do that. So I kind of feel that it's good if you are not there, right? You refuse to be the authority in their life. Because at the end of the day, just to be clear, right? You might think in some kind of way, yeah, you know what? It's great. I want to be in a relationship with someone where I have the authority, right? But trust and believe that now it might sound good, right? Because you trust yourself, you know that your intention is good, you know that you deserve to have someone who listens to you, all those kind of things. But trust and believe that at the end of the day, those kind of people, it is a burden. It is a burden because they are weak, and their weakness is just taking you down. Weakness, it is like a person that is not alive anymore. The weights, they are saying that sometimes they cannot move a dead body because they weight so much, right? Because there is no power into them. This is what it is. It is a weight, truly. It's not just that they depend on you for everything, right? That you have to tell them everything. You don't have a partner. It's not a partner. It's a weight. You are better than to make your own money and have people working for you, right? Because anyway, you have to give the instruction. And at least those people, they are not a weight in your life. Here we are talking about someone who's, they also are, because they are weak, they also are depressed at the end of the day. So it's not just, okay, they will serve me and they will help me and it will be great. No. If they are in this weak place, it is a burden, and it is a huge burden. They are a weight, they end up in depression, all those kind of things. And living with someone in depression, it's not easy. It's truly not easy. Okay, so I'm saying that because I see the King of Wands, and so I kind of feel here that now in this new beginning, maybe because you are not there, right? They are taking the lead. The King of Wands here, it is someone who is courageous, and it is a leader. So because they have no other leader to follow, right now, because I kind of feel that the only person that they trust, the only person, it is you. Because they are in an environment here that they know that there is nothing to trust. Right? So I kind of feel that if you refuse, they have no other choice but to take the lead, which is exactly what they need to do in order to heal. If you want to take this person back, I hope that you will be clever enough, right? Not to just let them get the courage to come to you, because this is also courage, you know? You deserve a partner. You need a partner. The collective, for the most part, the healed collective, we also went through experiences making us very independent. So we don't need anyone. Most of us, many of us, also we had no other choice but to be always emotionally in charge of ourselves, because many of us has grown up in dysfunctional family systems, right? Might be a narcissistic parent, it might be a neglecting parent, it might be an emotionally immature parent. So anyway, the only relationship, and this is why also it might be so difficult to truly be in a relationship, because the only relationship that truly can bring you something in your life, it is a true partnership. Somebody who has the leading qualities too, right? This is the relationship that the elevated collective needs. No, they don't need. But if they are in a partnership that can truly elevate them even further, it is to be with someone who is a leader by themselves. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit more information here. What should the collective be aware of? So I don't repeat myself. Thank you, Spirit, you did a good job here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The Six of Wands, it came here, right? It came like this. This is talking about a victory, a celebrated victory. It came like this, right? So this person is in between right now, right? There is some kind of victory because they have awakened to something that is important, right? I don't know how to put. I will put it like this, right? Let's be positive, but still, they are still in the state of confusion, right? Seven of Cups. They don't know what to do. While the only thing that they should do, it is heal. They are in their fields. And we can understand, you know, if you have been in a relationship with a narcissist, you know that the relationship might be over, you might know why it needs to be over, you might see the toxicity and still be very, very confused. Have all the good memories coming up, and those people, they are telling you things about you that totally destroy your own self-trust and your own identity. So I kind of feel here that this person is in this process of release, but they are still very, very confused. Also, I kind of feel that they never had to take decisions for themselves. So it's not so easy. I can tell you, as somebody who is very, very independent, and I'm taking all my decisions since a very long time, since I was truly very, very young. When I was 17, 18, I went to work in the Club Med. I don't know if you know what it is. It is like a place of holidays, right? And so I was working there. And so all your program is organized from the second that you wake up until the moment that you are going to sleep. And I was only there for 2 months, yeah? At the end of the day, it was not for me for many reasons. But I was there only 2 months. When I came back from there, I was a little bit lost. Because during those 2 months, I didn't have to think about what am I going to do. And everything was in the village. So I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to organize anything. Everything was organized for me, right? So even though it was only 2 months, I came back, I was a little bit lost. Like if I don't know how to do it anymore. So here we are talking about someone who their whole life I kind of feel that they have submitted their power to somebody else. So they are lost. They are lost. This is also why they might search another person of authority, right? They want to follow somebody else. They want somebody else to tell them what to do. Tell me more here, please. We have the King of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Swords. No self-awareness, no wisdom, no awareness. They don't know how to deal with their own feelings. They might be emotionally immature, obviously. Yeah, and they feel kind of stuck in their mind. They are in this mental prison that I kind of feel that is kind of the destiny of most people that are awakening to the fact that they have been in a toxic, abusive connection, right? So they are totally lost, and I kind of feel here that they are also lost, as I said, about themselves, their own identity. They don't know how to deal with their own feelings. They don't. They have been treated like a child, even though we might be talking about a full-blown adult, even maybe somebody who is a parent by themselves, but they never took authority. So we are talking here the anger management, you know? Yeah, they don't know how to process their own feelings. They don't. They don't, and it keeps them stuck. Eight of Swords. Yeah, there is a lot of healing that needs to operate here. It's truly like somebody leaving a cult. You might understand that the cult is bad. You might know that you want your freedom. But still, you have been mind-fucked for a lot of time. Even though you know that all the beliefs were effed up, you might still be fearful of doing what you know is right. Because the mind and the emotions, it's not in the same place in the mind, right? Tell me more here, please. Ten of Pentacles. And two things are coming to me here. First of all, with the Ten of Pentacles, we might be talking about this whole group, right? The Two of Wands, the plan is not working. There is no ability to look forward, no ability to plan what is coming. So this might be, you know, this person with the group that they are out. Whatever they were doing, they cannot do it anymore, right? They have no power anymore. The Two is making the choices. They were the one making the choices for everyone. So they cannot do it here. We might also be talking here, the Ten of Pentacles is also talking about legacy. We might be talking about your legacy, right? And how you destroyed the authority of someone who was taking the worst decision possible, impacting so many people. I want to check that, right? Why this come out? Why this came out? It might be both, you know? But I just want to get a little bit more information here. Tell me here what was meant with this Ten of Pentacles, Two of Wands in reverse. Three of Swords and the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, this person, yeah, we're talking about your legacy. Your legacy. How you block that. How you brought some kind of awareness This is being betrayed over and over again. The Three of Swords. The image, it is swords in the reverse being betrayed in the heart. Right? In their fields. Yeah. They understand now that they have been blocked by this person. Yeah, we are talking here about the legacy that you are leaving. It's your legacy. You did something good here. Let's go to closure. I would love to see the Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't matter if it's in the upright, in the reverse, it doesn't matter. I would love to see it. The Ace of Cups. I just saw the Ace of Cups, which is also beautiful, but it didn't turn. The Ace of Wands, listen. The aha moment. The aha moment. The message is received. The awakening is here. This is an aha moment. People regaining their own mind. With the one's energy, right? We are with intuition also. Being able to listen to yourself. This is if we are looking at the Tree of Life, the first element, the highest element, right? The last element, we are with the Earth energy, with the Pentacles, right? This is the manifestation, the end manifestation, but it all starts, the first element, it is the fire. This is the impulse. This is the aha moment, the idea. So you allow them to see something, and it's also touching. The Ace of Swords, bringing clarity. You brought them some kind of clarity about another person, and now they hear their own minds. Before that, they didn't even pay attention to what their mind was telling them, because they were giving authority to somebody else, right? So now, they are listening to their mind. They hear their mind. It might not be that they are listening, but they hear. And look how once again, we have here this path, you know, and it's leading them home. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see, is there something else here? Yeah, taking distance. Taking distance in order to heal. Look, Eight of Cups, Four of Swords. Taking emotional distance from this person, right? Listening to their thoughts and heal. Yeah, they understand here that the person that they trusted, they should have never been trusted them, because here is our Wheel of Fortune. This person was very, very bad news. This person didn't want them to see succeed. It was the opposite. And they are finally putting a judgment on this person. Yeah. Seven of Wands in reverse. This person didn't allow the group, the family, whoever, to have boundaries and think for themselves. Because there was their comfort. If people were starting to think for themselves, right? Then they would lose their authority, right? They needed to be able to manipulate people. And this is also what I said to you before. This is why you were such a threat to this person. Because you have boundaries. You have boundaries, right? Look, the truth, justice. The truth and justice. There's a lot of clarity here. This is intense clarity, right? This is why this person and maybe more people in the group are truly in their fields here. Because it's a lot. This is a cutting reality, right? This is a cutting. They are getting out of a mental fog, and it's very, very violent. It's very violent. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Hermit in reverse, Temperance in reverse. Look, the Moon in reverse. There is no confusion anymore. There is no confusion anymore. They know exactly what this person invested into. Right? Nine of Wands, Six of Cups. Yeah, working against them. They were working against them. Not with them, not for them. Look at that. We have 3 cards here. Major Arcana. It came out like this, right? The Lovers. The way that you are making choices in your life. The way that you are manifesting your life, right? No matter what you are going through. And the person that we are talking about here that is awakening now, right? They are freeing themselves of this person of authority. They saw how you are managing and dealing your life even when you are going through something very difficult. This is bringing a total transformation. Look that we have the Lovers 6, the Magician 1. Together it's 7. 7, it is the number of healing, of spiritual awakening. The ultimate authority is in yourself. It is with your higher self. This is your authority. Your higher self, the highest, however you call it, right? For some people it's external to them, so they see it as God. And for some people, it's the higher self. It's the highest. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Right? This is what made them see things differently. Put a total ending to the connection to this person, seeing things in a very, very different way. This is transformation. This is Scorpio energy. We are talking about transformation. Letting go of what you don't need anymore to be able to be reborn in a better way. This is rebirth. It's beautiful. I will end it here. So, I hope that it was insightful, inspiring, maybe even healing. Maybe it was just watching the show go down, right? And enjoying the gossip. I will leave it here. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.